It's Nolan. Man, these niggas don't know what the fuck I got going on, bro. Plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I could build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it real, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Niggas want you to do the work for 'em. Nigga, I know the calm. Want you to bring the application and fill out the form. Want you to fill the expectations, then eat out your palm. But dog, I'm grinding everything I got. I had the squad fighting for fresh air. Walking home, fucking up fresh pairs. Toothbrush in my pocket is kept there. Doing miles, rain, sleet, or snow, I'ma get there. But all you seem to think about is rocking some neckwear. Nigga, fuck it, I can kick the bucket. If you like it, I love it. I'm in this fight for abundance, feel like my time is coming. It's kinda funny how attention start to change. Good intentions pave the road to hell, at least they know my name, right? Industry figures sending cease and desist. 20 years of rapping and niggas didn't know I exist. Shit is a distraction, my passion, know I gotta persist. Throw me a lob of assist, a nigga won't stop till I'm rich, motherfucker. Plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I could build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it real, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy, plotting on the mill, I give them something to feel, yeah. My foundation is strong enough, I could build her. Groundbreaking, the promise to keep it real, nigga. Everything that I want, I'm bound to fulfill. Ayy. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well out there this afternoon. Now, y'all know we've been covering this Jay-Z situation very closely, the allegations, the lawsuit that have been placed on him about the 13-year-old girl, 2,000 VMAs, all that stuff. We've also covered how Jay-Z's attorney, Alex Spiro, and the entire Coin Emanuel law firm have been striking back, right? They've sent letters to the judge. They've asked for a withdrawal of Tony Buzbee's lawsuit. And we went through Alex Spiro's entire 30-minute PowerPoint presentation breaking down all of the inconsistencies in the accuser's story, from dates, times, people that were there, people she may have talked to, the time it would have taken for her to get there. Everything in the story just seems to be inconsistent. It doesn't add up. It doesn't lead up to anything. And Alex Spiro also says that there's attendees from the 2000 VMA after party that Jay-Z attended that, if need be, will come out and corroborate Jay-Z's whereabouts that evening to show that he was not wherever they're saying he was. Okay, we've gone through all of that. Now today, I wake up and I get a notification that Tony Buzbee is now filing a lawsuit against Roc Nation. Now remember, Tony Buzbee has been coming out saying that he's been harassed, his team has been harassed. He also says that Roc Nation has sent people out basically offering money to people that are former clients of Tony Buzbee, and basically saying, we will pay you money to open up a case or a lawsuit against him. Just tell us your story. Well, Tony Buzbee is doubling down on that statement, and he's now filed paperwork against Roc Nation and Team Roc, or people affiliated with Team Roc. Now, if you don't know about Team Roc, let me just tell you a little tidbit about who they are, because that's the philanthropic side of Roc Nation. They go out and they undertake different things within the community. They take on community initiatives, and they fight very vigilantly in terms of criminal justice and things of that nature. About a month ago to the day, November 21st, Team Roc, led by Jay-Z, sued for the release of Kansas police files. So they're suing the police department out in Kansas City. Okay. So they say, alleging a longstanding pattern of unchecked police misconduct, a philanthropic organization led by Jay-Z is suing the unified government of Wyandotte County and Kansas City, Kansas, in pursuit of records related to specific complaints made against officers and other investigative files. Team Roc, a social justice arm of Jay-Z's Roc Nation, filed the suit. Partnering with Team Roc is the Midwest Innocence Project, a nonprofit that offers legal services to those wrongfully convicted of serious crimes. The organizations allege the unified government failed to turn over documents in line with Kansas Open Court Act or KORA. Further, the local government is accused of using obstructionist tactics to stonewall, delay, and avoid disclosures that the groups contend should be public. Okay? They filed this request in November of last year. According to the lawsuit, the aim was to shed necessary light on widespread abuses and misconduct, identifying root problems, and promoting reform. All right. So that's just a little background on Team Rock. They've been around for a while. I believe Team Rock actually predates Rock Nation. Early Team Rock was part of Rockefeller, and like he went out there and did that water pump in Africa and all that type of stuff. We're not here for that, but I'm just giving y'all a quick briefing on what Team Rock is, just to kind of differentiate the two. But here's what Tony Buzbee has to say about Jay-Z, Rock Nation, and Team Rock. I'm gonna cover pretty much my entire screen with all of the things that have been alleged out today. All right. So in the middle is the primary piece. He says, today, the Buzbee law firm filed suit against Rock Nation and lawyers Marcy Croft and Quinn Emanuel for violation of various state laws, including barratry and impersonation of a public official. The case was brought on behalf of a former client of the firm who was illegally solicited by agents working on behalf of the defendants. Okay, now I want to take a quick pause because I don't even know what the hell barratry is. So I think it's going to work in my best interest to even understand what that is before we move forward. Okay, so barratry is a legal term that at common law describes a criminal offense committed by people who are overly officious in instigating or encouraging prosecution of groundless litigation, or who bring repeated or persistent acts of litigation for the purposes of profit or harassment. I find it very interesting that he's using barratry in his favor when we have a whole case that sounds like this from him and others that have attacked celebrities. They say, although it remains a crime in some jurisdictions, barratry has frequently been abolished as being anachronistic and obsolete. If barratrous litigation is deemed for the purpose of silencing critics, it is known as a strategic lawsuit against public participation, aka SLAP. Jurisdictions that otherwise have no barratry laws may have SLAP laws, okay? Just to give y'all a little bit of information as to what we're talking about. I will continue his post. He says these agents pretended to be working for the state of Texas and offered the former client money to sue the Buzbee law firm. So he says that somebody has shown up and they're acting like they work for the state of Texas. They didn't say that they're police. They just said they work for the state of Texas, which in some cases, you know, some people may say that I'm here from the state of Texas. And it's like, yeah, my job is from the state of Texas, but I ain't really a state official. You know, people will come and try to trick you into some shit. He's saying Jay-Z and Team Rock are doing this. Okay. Pretended to be working for the state of Texas and offered the former client money to sue the Buzbee law firm. This illegal conduct has happened more than 24 times to date. 24? So that's like 24. They say they got 24 instances of somebody coming and acting like an official from the state, offering money to sue Tony Buzbee. And this is being, upheld by Jay-Z and Rock Nation. So they say. Okay. This illegal conduct has happened more than 24 times to date and has resulted in 2 utterly frivolous cases against the firm. The lawsuit filed today alleges that the defendant's conspiracy is intended to obstruct justice and prevent the Buzbee law firm from pursuing cases related to the Diddy litigation in New York. The conduct isn't just alleged, it was caught on tape. Now, to be completely clear here, he's not saying that Diddy was caught on tape. He's saying that whoever is going door to door trying to find his former clients and issue them money to come out and speak against him is what has been caught on tape. I think they have, he claims to have like, ring footage. Defendant Marcy Croft who describes herself on social media as part of Team Rock, is orchestrating the conspiracy along with assistance from defendant Quinn Emanuel. And we know Quinn Emanuel represents Jay-Z. They also represent Megan Thee Stallion. As you can see from the screenshot, which is to the left here, Croft, Quinn Emanuel, and Roc Nation have a long working history. The suit alleges defendant Roc Nation is financing the illegal effort. As set forth in the lawsuit earlier this week, agents acting on Croft's behalf again were caught on tape soliciting and offering money up to $10,000. Okay, so now we've upped the ante. Because they claim that niggas was just putting up a thou wow in niggas' hands. He says now they're offering in upwards to $10,000. Okay, to former clients of the Buzbee law firm to convince them to file a frivolous case against the Buzbee law firm. He says these folks have now stooped to a new low to try to intimidate the lawyers of the Buzbee firm from doing their important work. They now are contacting clients and former clients and actually offering them money to sue me. This conduct was specifically targeted at our firm, so we would not pursue cases related to the Diddy litigation. Let me be clear. Will not be bullied or intimidated. The defendants this time overstepped, got sloppy, and stupidly got caught at their illegal scheme on tape. We have reported this conduct to the authorities and intend to cooperate with the authorities to ensure all involved are prosecuted to the full extent allowed under Texas law. So this kind of lines up with, remember, Alex Spiro was asked the other day if there was a private investigation team that was out there investigating or trying to find information about Tony Buzbee, his law firm, etc. And Alex basically said, I have no affiliation to any PI team. So whatever y'all talking about, I think they said a specific name. He says, we're not affiliated with them. We don't know what that is. Now, in terms of their own investigation at Quinn Emanuel, he did not deny that they are trying to find information. They have the phone lines open for people to call and give them information. And they've also made some calls around to see, what they can find about him. But he says that there's no harassment or anything of that nature that's been, set forth against Tony Buzbee. But of course, as you can see, both of these law firms are playing a game, right? This is definitely not just some shit niggas came up with overnight. These motherfuckers are playing a chess game. That's what Dame Dash said, that they're going to engage in some form of a chess game. So now both parties, both teams are basically trying to use whatever justifications they can find under the law to bring allegations against each other, to sue each other. But ultimately, all of this stuff is pretty much kind of small potatoes compared to the actual case or the actual lawsuit that Jay-Z is responding to. Because can we prove that this young lady was at the VMAs standing outside looking at a Jumbotron that wasn't there? Right? Is that the truth? It seems like it is. So all of this other stuff, I really don't give a fuck about. I'm reporting on it because it's the ongoing shit. And this is the entire scope, you know what I'm saying? So they're both putting hit pieces out on each other. So he's like, shit, if he's going to go out there and do a 30-minute presentation about us, then we're going to hit back. That's what this is. Now, let's get to Miss Marcy Croft here, right? Because that's who he used as an example. She says, amazing work. We are very proud to be a small part of this great team. Thank you, Roc Nation and Team Rock, for all that you do. And they say this is Jay-Z takes on the Super Bowl. So this is around the time when Jay-Z and Roc Nation became the ambassadors of entertainment for the NFL and the Super Bowl, right? But let's dig a little bit deeper into who Miss Marcy Croft is. Okay, give me a second. I'll share my screen. All right, this is Miss Marcy Ignore them tabs up there, man. I got 100 tabs open because this is how I do my work. All right, this is how I keep y'all entertained. But anyway, Miss Marcy Croft from Jackson, Mississippi. Marcy Croft has over 25 years of experience litigating complex cases in difficult jurisdictions, including but not limited to mass tort, product liability, personal injury, criminal justice, and unfair trade practice matters. Marcy has served as local, regional, and national counsel for many Fortune 500 companies in actions involving environmental and occupational exposures, and is recognized as one of the nation's leading mass tort defense attorneys. She was placed on the inaugural top 250 female litigators in America list by Benchmark Litigation and has earned an AV preeminent rating year after year. She was also recently included in the top 50 Mississippi Super Lawyers and Women Mid-South Super Lawyers honors, and she has been included in Portico Jackson's magazine, Portico 10, recognized by the best lawyers in America, and is listed on Martindale Hubbell's Bar Register of Preeminent Women Lawyers. Marcy Bryan Croft also is recognized as a Trial Lawyers Association Top 10 attorney by the National Trial Lawyers, which is a professional organizational composed of and limited to the top 10 attorneys from each state or region who serve individuals and families who need attorneys to represent them in the American legal system regarding civil rights claims. Additionally, Attorney Croft is frequently cited in the media with respect to high-profile litigations. More recently, she was featured in NPR's Louder Than a Riot Season 1, finally, where she discusses the ongoing conditions at Parchman Prison in Mississippi. When you Google her, that case comes up. Marcy's presence in the courtroom is blah, blah, blah. We got all that. She's a very decorated attorney out here, okay? As you can see, most notably, Marcy Croft served as lead Mississippi counsel and obtained a defense verdict on retrial after the Mississippi Supreme Court vacated a $322 million verdict due to an undisclosed conflict of interest uncovered by her team. Marcy possesses extensive experience in creating cost-efficient defense strategies to manage mass tort litigation and implementing those strategies through a client's national network of local counsel and connection to Jay-Z and Roc Nation down here at the bottom. During the 2020 pandemic, Marcy became actively involved with criminal justice reform and prison reform alongside Roc Nation's philanthropic arm, Team Roc. The combined efforts put a spotlight on the Mississippi Department of Corrections, MDOC, with respect to the abhorrent conditions at the Parchman facility in the Mississippi Delta. There are currently numerous litigation actions pending on behalf of Team Roc families and hundreds of incarcerated men against MDOC and associated vendors. So I'm wondering why such a decorated attorney, lawyer, would put her good name and standing on the line. She's from Mississippi. She sent somebody to Texas to pose and act like they're an official from the state to do this. To quote Tony Buzbee, that sounds quite sloppy. I gotta say, if she indeed did this, or if somebody showed up on behalf of them, or is this something that Tony Buzbee has staged? I don't know. We've already caught him in numerous lies in his filing against Jay-Z. So who's to say that he didn't orchestrate some sort of visits to be caught on camera, that they came and are acting on behalf of Team Roc and Marcy Croft to look into their clients? I don't know. I can only say that that's a possibility because he's proven himself to be dishonest. But I must say, I can't put it past Jay-Z, Roc Nation, or Team Roc in the interest of fairness. If they're out here trying to protect their name, trying to protect his name, more importantly, and they're trying to go through all of the things that they can do to try to maintain information in their way to try to develop a case against him, get some people on the ground from Houston to come out and speak against them, to speak to their perhaps negative experiences. We've already had somebody volunteer. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I got to be honest. I got to be objective.
I wouldn't be surprised if they sent somebody, right? Especially if there's already rumors of somebody, some sort of investigative team going around. But at the same time, as it pertains to the actual lawsuit at hand, the subject at hand, in terms of that 13-year-old girl who was allegedly attacked, and every piece of that story doesn't add up, I feel like this is a misdirection. It's like, all right, this case is crumbling down on me. I'm trying to shift blame to somebody else. So let's talk about how they're digging for information and trying to get people to sue me. I find it interesting that he's claiming that they're offering to pay people to come forth with claims, when I just was on here the other day and one of his former clients, not associated with Roc Nation, by the way, came out and said Tony Buzbee promised me X amount of money and he paid me X amount of money, but then he kept the rest of my settlement. So this is like a pot calling the kettle black. Like you out here are paying clients to sue people, paying them so much so that you say, hey man, I gave you an advance on what you earned. Now I get to keep the rest. But then you're saying that Roc Nation is paying people to file lawsuits. Sounds like y'all are playing a very similar game, if that's what it is. But let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Stay tuned for more. I'm sure Roc Nation, Team Rock, I'm sure Miss Marcy may come out and speak against this, in which we'll have to post another update, because this thing is about to be a crazy tit for tat. You're going to hear Tony Buzbee, Jay-Z, Roc Nation, probably for the next year and some change. So I just want y'all to go ahead and get real comfy with these allegations, because they finna really just play dodgeball. Whatever I could throw, if I could hit you, I don't give a fuck. If it hit somebody next to you, if it hit the wall and bounce off and hit you, I don't give a fuck. If it come back and hit me, I'm part of the game, baby. Fuck it. Oh, man. Again, let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. More content coming for y'all throughout the rest of the day. Y'all be on the lookout, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.